quite a few songs do it for me, but that one right there
Good
brings out
evening,
that
sir.
moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're just a dreamer, man. You're a dreamer.
Yeah.
I get it. That's why you get fired up when stuff. Everything had me crying these days, man.
God.
I was crying. I was watching a news report. This lady said she was a doctor. She's a doctor. I forgot where it is, maybe Ohio or somewhere like that. Beautiful black lady. And gosh, she's got little kids. So she homeschools her little kids. And so when the homeschool people come in the daytime, she has to help them get their food ready and give them instructions. Because they can't go to school because of the health crisis. And then she has to take off to work. And she works 10 and 12-hour shifts to help people get over this COVID-19 crisis. But she says she's emotionally spent, and she gets in the car to go home, and her little 4-year-old FaceTimes her, "Mommy, can't wait to see you." And she has no energy to give to her baby. Right? And all I said was, my God, we need those doctors, but man, does she need freedom. Whew. Hey. Man, so yeah, everything has me crying these days.
We don't want to talk about the fear of bringing something home to your child.
Oh my goodness.
You know, inadvertently just touching the wrong thing or breathing the wrong thing, and you trying to save people, and you bring home something to your children, man. Just the stress of that alone. So anyway, man, hey, Miss Glassby.
Good evening, Mr. Best. How are you?
I'm outstanding. These are tears of joy, folks. I'm outstanding. Okay, I apologize for the grown man on the phone. Said, man, you got this grown man up here talking about business. He gonna start the call off. You get to look. You get 25 years of freedom under your belt, and watch people struggle, and you know they don't have to, and watch people fight and beg and plead and crawl their way to freedom. And you will cry for them. You'll cry for yourself. You'll praise God every day. You'll find yourself shouting. Gabe and I was just down here dancing. You guys don't know that. We playing Luther Power Love, and we down here just jamming away. Just Gabe and I was dancing away in my office. He said, "Dad, who is that?" I said, "Brother, that's Luther." He said, he pulled out his little phone. He said, I said, "Go to the Power of Love." He looked it up. Luther came up. He played it again and ran her upstairs. He said, "Dad," he looked back at me. He said, "What?" He said, "Good luck. Good call." I'm like, I said, okay, man. I mean, there's a whole different lifestyle, okay? Anyway, folks, thank you, Mr. Berger, for playing that, man. I was already lit. Mr. Delco, you lit me up earlier this morning with that first video. And it's right in line with what I wanted to talk about because, well, so I got a bunch of stuff, folks. I'm going to be as brief as I possibly can tonight and give you some things I think will help you build your business long term. I have titles, Get Paid, How to Get Paid Every Friday. For generations. So Mr. Berger, once again, thank you, sir. Did you want to add anything before I get cranked up?
Well, Mr. Best, ever since I've been exposed by your dreaming, teaching us to dream and everything the last several years, I can't watch a true story movie when they talk about somebody's dream becoming a reality and not cry.
Yeah.
So it just, thank you for bringing back the dream in our lives that we've always had, but we couldn't find. And because of your mentorship, we're able to dream again. So thank you, Mr. Best.
Well, thank you guys. And okay, so look, I was talking with someone. First, let me go back to what Mr. Dalco with that pre-call this morning, man. When the speaker, can't remember his name, he said, people think that opportunities come along all the time. You know, I missed this opportunity, I get another one. Opportunity, I get another. And there is that philosophy that says opportunities come and go, opportunities pass by all the time. I might admit that opportunities do. In the networking field, opportunities do come by all the time. All the time. I've had hundreds of opportunities come across my desk in the last 37 years. But then he made a distinction. He said, but great opportunities come along rarely. Great opportunities come along once or twice in your lifetime, an opportunity for greatness. And then you're going to play this song one moment in time. So I've had what I call a fantastic networking journey, okay? But I've only had what I call 2 opportunities for greatness. 2 opportunities that came along in my life where there's this rare combination of the marketplace, the company, the time of the product, the compensation plan, all those things coming together. That's why when a new person tell me they found an opportunity, I know they don't know what they're looking at because I've been in it for 37 years, and to pick an opportunity that puts all those elements in place at one time is very, very difficult for us. And in 37 years, I would say that opportunity for greatness first struck me in 1996. Oh, I made some money before then, but in 1996, that opportunity for greatness hit, and then boom, 14 months, my wife and I made $1 million. That was a once in a, look, I got people right now who are still devastated, but I'm still looking for that next one. And I can go as far as say, yeah, I've spent the next 20 years looking for that. From 1996 to 2013, I was looking for that next great opportunity for greatness too. Now, don't misunderstand me. I've made money, 1996, 97, 98. I've always made money. In a good year, $1 million or half a million to $1 million. In an okay year, a couple $100,000. It's all relative. But every now and then, that lightning in a bottle strikes. And it's a unique, rare opportunity. I believe I've learned that what makes that opportunity unique is the opportunity got to have some legs. And what gives the opportunity legs is a CEO who has a no-quit attitude, who has a determination, because there will be challenges. There will be problems. There will be obstacles. There'll be negative publicity. There'll be all kinds of things that come along to knock that opportunity off course or out of the game completely. And the only thing that keeps that opportunity game is the CEO. So I'm not here to talk about Dr. Harold Sykes tonight, but I'm gonna tell you that's the primary ingredient. And then it's great when you have a superior product. We got that. It's great when we have a superior compensation plan. We got a unique compensation plan, I'm telling you, in 37 years. And I'm talking to folks on Facebook too. Welcome, Sam Collins. Welcome to all the folks who join us on Facebook as well. I'm telling you, but we're also on GoldRocks.info. Those who want to see this board, because I'm gonna go to this board in 1 second. We have a unique company owner, very unique visionary in the financial sector, okay? We have a one-of-a-kind product. People can't be out there duplicating our product. They can't do it. We have a 9-year track record that's unprecedented, can't be touched. We've already paid out millions of dollars in commission. We have an unprecedented level of credibility unfound in the industry. We are partners with Federal Express, who delivers the gold direct to people's house, and all our commissions are put on a privately issued MasterCard. No credibility issues here. Absolutely none. And then I believe in my heart, Wealthbuilders Worldwide has a team of leaders, and I mean hundreds across the board, that ranks on a par with any leadership in any Fortune 500 company, any company on the planet today. Just give us time. I believe that. I believe that from all the folks from the incredible teams like Team Audacity, Team Unlimited, and Team Freedom, and the Union, and all those teams are developed. Those in itself will be multi-million-dollar, if not multi-billion-dollar organizations in the next few years in Karatbars. Because it has the kind of leadership that, number one, starts with this sense of character and concern for other people. They say you want to develop charisma. I just stole it from Valerie a little while ago, so I'm gonna give her credit for it. She might be listening. We listened to something said, you want to develop character, you want to develop leadership, you want to develop charisma. First, you want to develop charisma, develop character. Then if you develop character, you're going to develop charisma, and then you become a true leader. Anyway, just threw it out there. I heard it a little while ago now. I thought it was an incredible message. So anyway, so we got all the elements in place. So now this is a leadership call. I'm talking to leaders now. I want to talk about how to get paid forever. There are a couple things you want to do, okay? And so I'm gonna go to my board, and I hope you can see the board. I position such a way that people on Facebook can see it. I hope you guys can see it too. Now I drew, I don't have to erase anything, so I drew two things. So number one, folks, we have a combination of things taking place all the time in our compensation plan. You understand, we got two compensation plans laid right on top of each other. One would pay you once a month, and one pays you 4 times a month, every single Friday. Okay. Now the big money is in the one that pays you every single Friday. That's the dual team. But I need to talk about both of them because both of them are critical to your long-term growth and success in this business. Okay. Now this is what we call your wealth. That's all the people that you personally invited into the program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you know, the G&D strategies do what? Go and enroll 20 people, like right now, right away. And when you do that, of course, get a package. Talking to new folks, get a package, and then go enroll 20 people right away. As fast as you possibly can, get that done. And we don't put a timeline on it. Whenever you get it done, we're going to recognize you as a GND, okay? What we call not a Gold Direct Elite, okay? A global director in Wealth Builders Worldwide. That's what we called you. So you get a pen that says WW on it, okay? It's a beautiful pen, WW. You've seen it on all the things we got out there. And we see some literature, other information anyway, to recognize you anywhere in the world for doing that. Now, for those folks outside this country, I'm thinking about you guys. You guys have some channels with your addresses. Okay, if you want that thing, you need to really, truly contact me and give me your correct address so we can send it to you. Okay, now, for those in the States and Wells, man, send it to us. We'll send that package out. We pay for that. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Okay, now, that's your wealth. Okay, that's how your monthly commission check is determined by your wealth and activity created by that, what we call wealth. That's wealth. Now, most compensation plans, that all they have is wealth. But in a dual team, the more people you enroll this way, the more it falls down what we call the dual team. So for those who are just getting started, when we make the statement that you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself, if you understood this one concept fully, you get involved. Because as J. Paul Getty said, it is better to have 1% of the efforts of 100 people, watch this, and 100% of your own. Well, in this kind of format, what happens here is you have you, let's call that person up here, the wonderful, incredible Ms. Tanisha Glassman. Now, Tanisha Glassman has gone out and enrolled 500 people. That means the first two, these are her first two, number 1 and number 2. Okay? Now I'm getting ahead of myself, so I want to go back. First thing first, let's start with you. Before you start building your team, you need to make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do. See, people call me all the time and say, my business is going or not going. Whenever they call me, my first question to them, most of the case, if I don't already know, is, what are you doing? Let's make sure you're doing everything you can do first. Because see, you can't control other people. The only thing you can control is you. So the most important thing is to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Number 1, have you set up your business properly? That means, have you got started? Have you got a package? And have you set yourself on auto save for at least $1 grand a month? Because we're talking about building long-term income for generations. Okay? And I believe in my heart that we have finally, it's taken us 9 years to get here, but I believe, Mr. Douglas, we finally got the compensation plan in a place where it has these legs that can run for the next 5 or 10 years. The compensation plan has always been great. But this second element, Dr. Harold Sykes added to it, free gold. Free gold. You get you a multi-gold package, 4 or 5, 6 or 7, and you start collecting free gold. You get that MVP package. You're going to get free gold for 7 generations deep. Now, we're going to get back there in a minute. I'm talking about how to build the numbers in your organization. I'm not really trying to go to compensation plan with you, but I think that's important to understand. Why you should get that multi-gold package is to start collecting free gold. Mr. Delk and I sit back and say, oh my gracious, can you imagine how much gold we would have if in 2013 we had the free matching gold program along with the free matching money? So not only do the new people now come in, they got 10%, 3%, 2% direct commission. They got a dual team matching bonus that pays down to infinity, 40, 60, 80, or 40, 50, 60, or 80 euro, okay, per dual team. Wait a minute, and they got a matching bonus that'll pay up to 4%, 7 generations deep, and now they're going matching free gold as well, folks. I don't know what Dr. Harold Sykes has in plan, but he told you he's creating a system that will create over 20,000 millionaires and help free millions of people from a system of debt. He's doing it. So now, so let's take Tanisha Glass as a class. So make sure you're doing your part. So you got your package, you set some auto save, wait a minute, and then the third thing, you are plugged in. You can't ask people to plug in if you're not plugged in. So now we got our way. So now what I'm gonna talk about is how you build your numbers. See, the numbers is what will create this residual income for generations and generations. Big Boomer passed away 5 years ago. You know why Big Boomer wife hasn't worried about income? Because he has hundreds of thousands of people in his organization. Dr. Steigerwald's wife passed away. Dr. Steigerwald passed away over a year ago. You know why his wife had to worry about income? Because she has what? 100,000+ people in her organization. You want to build the largest team you possibly can. And how do you do it? Number one, you take the responsibility upon yourself and you enroll as many people as you possibly can that way. That's going to do two things. It's going to pay you monthly every month because that's your team. See, that's your team. This spillover team, you got spillover comes from everywhere. I'm going to get back to that. But your team is those people that you personally enrolled. Okay? Your long-term incentive comes from that. Your level bonus comes from that. Okay? Comes from the people that you enroll. You can get spillover, going to help you get this dual team payout. But this right here is based, when Tanisha helps this person build a team, that's a part of her long-term incentive to get the watches, the jewelry, the Mercedes, the houses, all that stuff. That's based on you creating people and bringing people into the program. But now you can still make money like crazy in the dual team. But here's what's important. How do you get a leg active and going? And this is what I wanted to cover tonight. Because people don't, when you sponsor 500 people, this is not a disbursement on Tanisha. Go sponsor everybody wants in. But how do you launch that person? Mr. Delco did a call. He said, launch your business. Launch your business. Now, let me give you this great opportunity. I believe it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's one of those rare moments. I'm 65 years old. 2 rare moments in my life as far as this chance for greatness. Okay. You see the greatness the Carabas has bestowed upon the Delcos in 6 years. The man's a walking, living legend in 6 years. 50 years of struggling around in 6 years. He's a worldwide legend on this planet in the world of Carabas. And I submit to you, we're just getting started. And watch this. So you say, okay, I got Joe. I got this number one person started, this new people started. Now, they haven't got started, folks. Believe me, just because you sponsor them, just because they bought a package, they haven't got started. So how do you lock in a leg? Because how do you get somebody interested? You go build something downline from them. Now watch this. When you go build 2 legs like Tanisha, she enrolled 2, but that other 498 people plus she's enrolled now, they're going to fall downline from these 2 people. That's another reason why you want to put your family members there if you possibly can. Put somebody close to you there if you possibly can. Why? Because they're going to benefit automatically. Maybe one day they'll wake up. Maybe they'll wake up right in the beginning, but you at least put them in a position to win. And then the other 4 and something, they're going to fall down line from these 2 people. They'll fall down from these 2 people. Now, understand, think about this. Dr. Harold Sykes' genius has set the software automatically up. So if you don't understand how to structure and place this yourself, it's going to do it automatically for you anyway. It's going to drive one leg straight down. You add another person, add them to the bottom of the leg. I'm going to slow down with that. You already got some people here, but then you should go out and sponsor knowing the computer will automatically put them right to the bottom of the left or the bottom of the right, automatic. So even if you don't understand placement yourself, it's going to do it for you. You understand that? Okay. But now, so let's call this person right here. So everybody can see on the board. Let's call this person Joe. Joe got started. The Joe got a package. You said Joe got started. I said Joe really hasn't got started. So here's the first thing you want to do. You want to do everything, even though you might have already driven down. Joe says interested now. You want to help Joe get him about 3 to 5 people sponsored as fast as possible. Now Joe got a business that's at least in the foundation. Joe interested. Yes, sir, Mr. Delco.
Keep going. Somebody typed in, I think Dr. Roselle said he didn't set it up right. I want you to address that before you finish, okay? Because like I didn't set mine up right either, but you're going to show us how to get out of that. I want you to get on that.
Look, it matters, but it don't matter. You understand that? See, when you first come out the gate, and now here's the beautiful thing about networking. There isn't any mistake you can make that's detrimental. I mean, there are more profitable positions. Like the guy, Dr. Roselle, talking about he didn't say his up right. And if I told you how much money he made last year, you tell him to shut up. You said, you didn't say that right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So it really don't matter. But if you can, now my strategy is always try to put all the family in the same league, especially in the beginning. Because you don't want them all fighting over cousins and relatives. So that's one piece of the strategy. So let's say if this is you and this your cousin Joe or your brother. You don't want to put your brother over here, your sister over here, and a cousin over here. Man, try to put them all in the same league so they don't start family fighting over relatives. I was getting cousins too, and you don't want all that. So the first person you put Joe there, and you put cousin Sue right there, and cousin Barbara right there, and cousin Jim right there. And no matter if cousin Larry come in and Larry goes here, everybody in the family all benefits. The other reason you want to put most of your family at the top of your organization, because as your organization builds, see, sometimes beginning you can't see, it's very difficult to see how 2 people are going to become thousands. But you go put your mama right there, or your cousin right there, your sister right there, and you don't want to do anything. Few months go by, few years go by. Next thing we got 1,000 people down that leg. You can't insert them later. So in the beginning, do everything you can. Even when your spouse, your husband who's all stubborn, say, I don't want to do that thing, or your wife says, I'm not doing them pyramid things. Okay, you put them in anyway, because you can't put them in later. Okay, I didn't ask Val for permission to get in. I signed myself up, I signed Val up, and signed my son up. I didn't ask. Okay, I called my sister. And when she started talking about her time, I said, you don't understand. I'm doing you a favor here. What? I said, I'm going to do this anyway. What I'm trying to do is position you because I'm going to build it anyway. And you may not be ready now. You may be busy now. She just started her doctoral program. That was 6 years ago. She signed up, got a VIP package. Now she's sitting there with 90,000 people in the organization. What if she said no? And for those who don't know this, there's about 10 folks between Mr. Delco and me that got in. Okay? He the one that took off. All those folks are sitting on a gold mine. When they decide to do it, it's up to them. You can't make your family do it. Now I would encourage you. I'm suggesting. I would suggest you go build 2 legs for your family members. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Delco can tell you about that. It will not make them do the business. You see, if I can help them get a check, they're going to do something. I mean, that's all amateur thinking. You just don't know people yet. Okay? You're going to help them get a check. They might find themselves making $400-$500 a month. And then anything happen, one leg dry up and stop, they'll call you fuss and say, hey, man, the check stopped coming. Say, dude, you ain't do nothing to get in the first place. They'll be fussing at you for the check stopped coming. They done start living on that $500 a month, that $1,000 a month. And then when it stops coming for any reason, one leg drop because they're not adding any leadership or whatever reason, they'll blame you. So anyway, I hope I addressed that. You can't mess this up. If you got started and you didn't sign your wife up to 5 generations deep, it's okay. Look, structurally, I tell you, I'll tell you when I'm on the subject anyway. Look, as an example, let's say it's me, my wife, my son. Gabriel was only 14. So Gabriel is like 50 levels deep in the leg. Okay? That's not all bad. You know why? Because that's why I go and got all my gold. That's why I got my thousands of dollars on auto ship down in Gabriel position. So when that auto ship, that gold, that volume is created, that's why I bought all those 14, 15 telephones in. I bought those all in Gabriel's name. Okay? Now watch this. It paid Alex, it paid Val, it paid me, and it created volume for all those folks, like 50-some folks between me and Gabriel. It created volume, so I'm helping all those folks, and all they got to do is go out on the other side, get a little volume, and they get paid. Okay? That's the beauty of having an active sponsor or a leader who's upline. And some of you, unfortunately, got people like Tanisha Glasper, Rodney Berger, or Mr. Duck, who actually actively building the business. But here's the thing. You could be that person. If you weren't fortunate enough to have somebody upline that's an aggressive recruiter that's out there recruiting 30, 40, 50, 100 people, that's okay. You can become that person. Don't blame your upline. I've had people come and say, well, my upline's not doing anything. What are you doing? Well, no. We ain't gonna talk about your upline. It's great. It's a blessing when you have an upline that's active, that's doing it, that's running, that's after this thing. But what are you doing? Because your success is your success. It is not your success. Any spillover you get from any spillover from above you get from upline, count this a blessing, praise God for it, and move on. But it is not a birthright in Carrot Bars for you to get this massive spillover. Not a birthright. Okay? If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be for you, it's up to you to do it. Okay? But again, you're not by yourself. Plug in. We're all here to help. So I hope I answered that placement thing. Now watch this. So now you have Joe. Now you got some. You giving Joe that foundation. Joe got that 3 to 5 legs to maybe ready to grow. That Joe can still go sponsor more, but you want to slow down enough to help Joe get that 3 to 5 people. And then of course you're still building this leg. And then watch this now. So right down here though, you find Sue. And I'm talking about long term, building something for generations. You want to build something because see your multiplier and your organization is this right here, this depth. Depth is what creates this massive organization. When you get a leg 10, 20 deep, by the time you get it 10, 20 deep, there should be 100 people in that leg. Okay? By the time you get a leg 10 deep this way, and you got a few people doing something, you got 2 people doing something, you're going to blink, there'll be 100 people there. but you got to get it 10 deep. Now watch this. So now here comes Sue. Now watch this. You don't worry. I don't care if Joe sponsors Sue. Let's say Joe and Rose Sue down here, and all of a sudden Sue's excited. Sue's flat out turned on, man. Sue's pumped up. Sue's excited. What do you do with Sue? Do you try to call Sue or do you let Joe talk to Sue? You. I'm gonna say this one more time. You go down there and connect with Sue. You're not trying to block Joe out. Joe can still talk to Sue I want to, but you take it. Look, I talked to a lady today who got a VIP pack about a year ago in Carrot Bars, in my downline, 4 removed from me, right? Now, please don't take this like, oh my God. This lady been in Carrot Bars for 1 year, got a VIP package, and she had no idea who I was. She had no idea who I was. Now, I don't know how to make that sound. That don't sound so crazy. Like everybody supposed to know me, but I think they should. I think if that person is 3 removed from me and they don't know who I am, and I'm one of the top income earners in the company, okay, not just in the company, I'm 4 removed. I'm in their upline. I sponsored their sponsor. Really, I'm 2 removed from them. And they don't know me. That means that person not plugged into the system. They don't know edification. Okay. And if that person not plugged into don't know edification, ain't no in the world, Joe. If Joe's not plugged in, Joe can't plug in Sue. Don't depend on Joe to plug in Sue. You got to go around Joe and you got to get there to Sue. And you say, Sue, man, you're excited. And you know what you got to do with Sue? You got to help her sponsor 3 to 5 as soon as you can. If that means doing a Zoom meeting, if that means right now, because that's the only way you're going to do it, if that means doing a Zoom meeting, doing a launch party for Sue, to help her get 4 5, you help her get 4 5 people sponsored. And then you keep driving Delph that way. And every time you find somebody in 2 legs, you go there and do a meeting. People ask me, why did I go certain places, do certain meetings? It's not by circumstance. It's not just because they picked up the phone and called me and say, hey, Tyrone, could you come here and do a meeting? I'm looking at an organization saying, where? Okay, why did I go to Houston? Because Dr. Hollins and Rhonda Hollins were down there tearing it up. But you know something? They might be, I don't know, they might be 35, 40, 50 levels deep from me. You hear me make the statement all the time. You start to fire from the bottom, not the top down. You start to fire from the top bottom. So you're always driving a leg as deep as you can possibly get that leg. And the excitement is when the group starts to explode, just like this. This person go get one, that person go get one. And it keeps getting deeper and deeper. And the deeper that leg get, okay, watch this. The more profitable leg is, the more excited it is, and the more you have your base duplicate or multiply as we begin to grow. I'll tell you something else that happened. It stabilizes your income. You know why? Because now Joe making some money, Sue making some money, all those folks in between are making some money. But wait a minute, as your numbers grow, all these folks are doing what? They got a package and they're saving at least 1 gram of gold a month. Now some gonna save more. I got people on auto save for 5 grams a week and 10 grams a week. I got people on auto save for $1,000 a month. So all that's gonna happen, but it happens not because you direct it to happen, it's because you are driving the numbers. I get people all the time asking me, what is the strategy for building numbers? What is the strategy for building a team? I say, I tell you all the time, it's building depth. It's building this depth. That gives that long term. You get about 10 people in your team and they all making 50 to 100, $200,000 a month. You ain't ever got to worry about you being free. You get 10 people, you get yourself about 5 people in each leg making 5 or 10 grand a month. You ain't ever got to worry about your income. All you got to do is keep running down there and find somebody excited. Then let me take this one step further. Okay. When Sue get her 20, I'm not waiting for Joe. I said, Joe, she'd be plugged in. No, I done plugged Sue in. I done sent her that one screen with all our events. I'm sending her texts. I'm sending her posters. And I'm doing it almost every day. People ask me, who do I send 500 to 1,000 texts out to every single day? I said, Mr. Delco. Well, Mr. Delco's already in. Yes, okay, I still send my text. Mr. Berger, Tanisha Glassford, Roger Williams. I send out the gold directions all the time. I send, if they're plugged in, I'm sending them stuff. I'm reminding, even though I know Roger Berger know the power call going to start at 10:45. He's been doing it for 5 years. I'm sending messages to let him know that I'm sending out messages so he will continue to send out messages. I want people to duplicate my behavior. Okay? And also that Sue got in. Sue went and got her 20. Sue don't know anything about, Ty Best, the lady I'm talking to today, I'm trying to tell you, she didn't know I'd written a book. She didn't know who I was. She didn't know I was a co-founder of Wealthbuilders Worldwide. She didn't know the organization. She's had a VIP package for a year. She don't know any of this stuff. She didn't know about Let's Go Weekend. She ain't seen no pictures from Let's Go Weekend. She not, this person is working the business, but the person that's working with the person is not plugged in themselves. Okay? Mr. Delco says, let the community build your team. Folks, if I tell you what, look, you understand, this is what I do every single day. I get up in the morning, whenever I wake up, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Of course, I'm texting, posting. Many of you gotten stuff from me 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. But what I do from about 9 to 10:45 is I'm driving people to what? GoldRocks.info. I mean, Mr. Delco, we finally got this thing. We got one channel. All you got to remember, GoldRocks.info, one channel. We ain't got multiple channels like we had 2-3 years ago. We got one channel. And that channel has a full presentation every day at 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And I submit to you right now, 90% of people in our 100,000 plus organization don't even know we do that every day. I talk to someone every day who says, now when is the next presentation? I go 12 o'clock. When's the next presentation? I said 9 o'clock tonight. They don't know. They don't have a clue. See, there's nothing wrong with Caraboss, folks. Not a single thing, man. We are just getting started. Okay? And so what I do, I send them a book, copy of the Dream Chaser Manifesto, wherever it is. Anyway, okay, I got my book somewhere. I keep my books. I tell them about, hey, look, you want to find out why we save gold? Get you a copy of Fake by Robert Kiyosaki. That would kick you out of the matrix. Mr. Delco played earlier this afternoon on the launch party. Okay, it will kick you out of the matrix. Okay, get yourself a copy. No, not a copy. Get yourself several copies of this, several copies of Harold Sykes' book. You got to make the investment long term. Okay, and if you're walking around and you still haven't got yourself 5 or 10 copies of this book, that's right, that's my book. He said, well, Tyrus want to sell some books. Oh, yeah. When you buy these 10 books, man, I make about $2, I get about $20. I'm so happy I'm going to do it myself. Okay? Let's get real. No, this book is my credibility and it's your credibility. And when you take this book to your prospect, you say, hey, man, this is a book called The Dream Chaser Manifesto. Man, I know the guy. You met this guy. Oh, yeah, I got his phone. I get him on the phone right now. And you call a 3-year-old meal or see him, get him on the power card, hit him on the power card. Say, oh, my God, you took pictures. Now, I'm not all that. You know that, but they don't know all that. You got to promote it as such. Now, by the way, that's something else that'll hurt your business. If you still got your ego in the way and you can't promote Mr. Dalco, you can't promote Tisha Glassman, you can't see yourself talking about Rodney Berger that way, you can't see yourself promoting Tammy Morrison, you can't be who you are. You guys talk about Eric Turay, man, like he walk on water. Well, how else would you have us talk about him? Okay, as far as I'm concerned, he does walk on water, at least for a little while. Okay, he walks on water. I mean, that's Stokely Carmichael's son in this business with you. And you get these young folks that are 30 years old, you said, man, Google him. Find out who Stokely Carmichael was, Kwame Ture is. Find out who his dad is. Understand that credibility, man. Don't be playing around. Utilize that credibility. You got professional athletes in your program who don't know how to utilize and use sponsoring. You need to utilize that credibility. Promote the fact that you promote this book. And then you tell them, hey, look, and my sponsor, Michael Delco, he's in here. Okay, you don't think it's a big deal? How many people know published authors? How many people got their name in the book? How many of you have ever gotten your name in anybody's book? See, we take all this stuff for granted. Familiarity has a tendency to breed contempt, okay, or lack of respect because I know that person. You guys have heard me tell the story about how I was in my upline's house, for 6-7 months, just, drinking his punch and drinking his coffee and chit chat with him. And he was just an old dude to me. Yeah, I mean, he's just a guy, a nice guy, but he was no big deal. I realized he was a big deal. So I sat in the Coliseum with 10,000 people and watched him walk across that stage in front of 10,000 people. And they screamed and shouted for 15 minutes. And then I realized the presence of this guy I was in. And I realized what he had accomplished and what he'd done. And I said, well, I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to tell you, 10 years later, I hadn't done what he'd done. It took him 10 years to get it done, but I still hadn't done it in 10 years. And I've supposed to be a big dog. See, please. Okay. When you have somebody on your team, you have access to them. Just like you can't get free and not hang around people who are not free. You won't even seek freedom until you meet somebody who's free and they start teaching about what freedom is and how to dream. Anyway, I'm getting off track, Mr. Douglas. So I want to stay right here. So I say, Sue's right there. So I send Sue a copy of my book. And look, most of the books I've sent out, that's right, I've sent them out for free to people who got their gold, they got their G&D done. I've sent them a copy of this book. Not you folks who've been in, don't start taking. So I didn't get one, too bad. It wasn't published, just got published in the last year. Those for the first 5 years, too bad. You can buy it, $10 a piece. Okay, buy yourself 10 of them for $8. Save a few bucks. But you get them out to folks. And you don't, look, I just had a lady today call me. I mean, she telegraphed me, I think it was, and she said, thank you. She said, I just read your book. And I can't believe it moved me. That's what the book is designed to get in here and get them to start thinking about dreaming again and hold on to that dream. And I put in there about 4 or 5 CDs. Along with the certificate, I put the season Attitude Makes It Happen. Okay, Double Dose of Freedom. Some other CDs there that'll help them understand to build their belief. And people appreciate when they get that package. And I send them all the way down in there. So Sue get it. This guy down here going, I don't care. I just said, I've started something I can't stop. I can't get my wife asked me, when we going to start? Honey, I don't know. We probably sent out there a couple thousand of these things in the last 6 years. But you ask yourself, let's say if it was 1,000. And 1,000 people around got 20, that's 20,000 in the organization minimum. And yeah, it may cost me 20 to 25 bucks to sign each package. I think that's worth the investment in you. Will everybody respond to it? Everybody do it? No. But remember, folks, all you're looking for is one. So as I'm building depth, I'm always looking for that one. Okay, and a lot of times, to watch this, here's something else I do. I'm talking about building long-term income for generations. I'm down in depth. I get a person on depth. Maybe they have not sponsored their 20, but they got a VIP pack for them. I said, that's interesting. And they first week in the business, they sponsored 4 or 5 people. I got there before I hear about it. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Hey, Bob, text me your phone number. Text me your address. Really? And I don't say what I'm gonna do. I said, man, text me a mailing address. And I send them a package mail. They haven't even earned it yet. They haven't earned silver yet. They haven't even asked for it, especially if they're on, watch this now, one of these teams. Because I can't do that for 100,000 people. But I just sponsored Joe over here, and Joe sponsored Sue down here, and Sue's on fire. I'm not gonna wait till Sue get up 20. Okay, I'm gonna say Sue on fire. And Sue got a VIP. She done sponsored 2 VIP. Man, I'm sending Sue that package. Sue takes off and she just really get on fire. She heard that doggone Double Dose of Freedom Mr. Delkin I did, man. She heard the Attitude Makes It Happen. She get a autographed copy, signed copy from me of the Dream Chaser Manifesto, and she gone. Okay? I could send 20 of these books out, and they enroll 1 VIP. Okay, paid for itself. Man, please. You sit on a monster, but you got to know how to work this monster. You want to be promoting all the time. Okay? I said on fact, don't ever think Joe's gonna do it or Sue's gonna do it. And as soon as you get down here and you find over here and you find Larry, and Larry gets excited, don't you work through Sue or don't you work through Joe. You go all the way around. You're not trying to exclude them now. You go all the way around down here where Larry is, and you start working with Larry. Okay? And don't you ever stop sharing the business with people and building what you call your front line. I'm gonna tell you guys, I hope that, Mr. Doug, anybody else got any questions? I hope they understand this depth thing is serious. Okay? I'm gonna show you one last thing, what I was trying to say. This is how a leg truly, I'm gonna show you one leg so you can see what I'm trying to say. This is how a leg explodes. You gotta have 2. It really counts as a dual team. That leg looks like this. Let's say that's your left leg. What happens as that leg gets deeper, this person gets excited. This is Jim. Jim said, man, I'm turned on. Well, Jim didn't get turned on right away. Jim got turned on. You went out and put 20 people down here. And he called Jim one day. I text him all the time and say, hey, you know, you got 30 people in your leg. You got now my texts are more like, you got 18,000 people in your downline. You might want to do something. You got 12,000 on your left side. You might want to do something. Hey, you got 28,000 on your right side. You might want to do something. You know, everybody got a number. Some people get excited with 30 people. Some people don't get excited till they got 18, 19,000. They done tried 5 different deals that sound good, look good on paper, and they never pan out. Then they finally come and say, you know what, man, this Carry Boss thing still roll. I got 14,000 people there. All I got to do is go be the other side. Get me some money. Watch this. This is what happens to your business. Jim says, oh, you know, you said, Jim, you know, you got 500 people over here, man. and all kinds of dollars on the table in the bank. Tanisha word, last word. And Jim gonna call you. Jim gonna say, Tanisha, how did I get that? How did I get that $5,000 in the bank? You said, oh, you know, you got to get your package. You haven't got a package yet. That's the first thing. Oh, so then he goes and get a package. What else I got to do? Well, it's creating volume all the time, Jim. You got to start building your legs. So now Jim does this. And Jim does exactly what you did. Jim started building that leg straight down. And then you know what happens? This person will get in. That's Betty. You call Betty one day. And you say, Betty, you know you got 10 people in your group, man. Your group is starting to grow. And Betty said, what? Betty ain't really paid attention yet. But you call Betty and say, Betty, you text Betty, you got 10 people in your team, Betty. And Betty said, what? And then Betty starts to do this. And the team starts to grow. And then this guy down here gets in, or Sue gets in down here. And one day you call Sue, you say, Sue, you know you got 27 people in your downline? You know, but you got a package, so you got some volume over there, and you got some money in the bank. All you got to do, Sue, is go get your other side. And Sue says, what? And Sue starts going to the other side. Okay? And then this person taking the other side. And the deeper those two legs get, the more those legs start to fill in the middle, and your organization starts to explode. Okay? And this is why, contrary, last thing I'm going to show on the board, contrary to what people think, okay, the organization looks more like this. Like how to say you want to call it a tap root. See, a dual team's automatic tap root. It's happening anyway. But the organization looks more like a diamond than it ever looks like what people say. That looks like some kind of pyramid. No, it looks more, when the organization grows, it's wider at the top and it goes like this. You know why? Because these are your believers. And as more people start to fill in here, it gets wider here. And it gets what? It's an inverted pyramid, if it's anything, when it comes to leadership. Because the believers start to believe more and more peers. They start to believe more and more, they start to do more. And as you drive it deeper and deeper and deeper, okay, the leadership tends to wane as it gets deeper unless you are driving it. Everybody remember that game used to play where you tell one person a secret and then see how it goes through 10 people? Well, this is the same thing. We said plug in. I said, Bob, plug in. Now, I'm the root source of the information. I'm telling Bob everything I know. Then Bob telling this person about 90% of what I told him. And they tell me about 47, 8% of what they told them. And then this person telling me about 40. And by the time we get, this person don't have a clue. Because the reason all these folks haven't got fully committed yet. All these folks haven't got fully committed yet. So then you have to come all the way down here and say, let me tell you what we're doing tonight. Let me tell you what we're doing tomorrow at 10:45. Let me text you this. Let me show you pictures from Let's Go Weekend. Here's some CDs. Here's some books. That's on you. Okay? So anyway, and that's how you create. And when you build that organization and you have people who are plugged in doing one thing, you go consistently sharing it, getting their autosave every week, you won't have these major fluctuations. I shouldn't say they care about you will. Because see, right now, we're sitting on the gold mine right now. Right now is the time to build with all these folks at home. And then in June, when Dr. Harold Sykes introduced our new program and our new coin, now you just build it. You making money. You still making money, you making money. And then all of a sudden, you introduce them again. Boom, we go vertical again. Just like we did 2 years ago when they introduced the coin, we went vertical. Those folks, look, I know some folks got in and they got all excited. They looked around, they blinked, man. In 1 month, 2 months, they was at 10, 15, 20 grand a month. It was exciting. But those folks who been paying the price before then, like Mr. Delco, myself, and a few other people, they were going at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 a month. You get the difference. And then the last thing I want to talk about one more time, okay, and that is this thing called momentum of the tipping point. Mr. Delco, you can add some of this. I say to Mr. Delco all the time, I say to any of the leaders who I talk to, I said, we have not hit momentum yet. You think we've hit momentum. You think that was momentum 2 years ago. No, we're just building. See, momentum, we're going to blink. When we hit momentum, we're going to blink and it's going to be 5, 10 million people in Carib bars. When we hit that conscience of the public where I believe it's this energy. In the tipping point, Malcolm Gladwell talks about, at some point you're just placed in the marketplace where everybody's talking about what you're doing and you can't sign them up fast enough. Okay. And when I talk about that once in a lifetime moment in 1996, I get in a program and they go from 11,000 people to almost 500,000 people in 14 months with a fax machine in this country. You're impressed. I'm impressed. What we've done in 9 years in Carabosse, have 1 million. That's nice, but we've never hit momentum. We haven't created that tipping point yet. And the primary reason is because we're penetrating 140 countries at one time on a planet of 7.5 billion people. Folks, when we hit that momentum, you will know. Because I don't care right now, you could be sitting there right now at $500 a month and you're going to blink and be at 5,000. What just happened? For those at 5,000, you're going to blink and be at 10, 15,000. What just happened? Those already at 10 or 15,000 going to blink and find themselves at $50,000 a month and go, what just happened? Those at 40, 50 going to find them, they're going to blink and find themselves at $100,000+ a month and go, what? All you're going to be calling, you're going to have next level problems. We'll have to hire 4, 5 accounting firms just to count everybody on the team's money. Okay? Might have to buy a bank just to manage our own money because, we want the banks keep shutting us down. I know some of you say, man, tired of having too much fun. I am having fun. The whole world's in a health crisis, stressed out. I'm over here in my pajamas. That's right. I got my shirt on, my pajamas pants on, and I'm talking to you guys and getting paid to do it. You gotta be kidding me. Get compensated for doing it. Build this team, okay? The guy said this morning, Les Brown said, you gotta program yourself for success. I'm preaching to the choir. You're on the call. You're on a freedom call. Most of you probably right there early in the morning on the power call. I know we still got people out there talking about they don't need the power call. I don't know how many times I gotta say, I know you may not need it. I believe in my heart. I don't believe Mr. Delco needs the power call. I don't believe he needed it 6 years ago. I've said, I know you guys say you talk about Mr. Delco all the time. I was having a conversation. What time is this, Mr. Berger? What time is it? It's a shame.
Mr. Beth is 10 till 11.
Oh God, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me say this, guys. You know why I talk so much about Mr. Dalco, and I'm not trying to give him the big head. Okay, I think he's a level-headed guy. Okay, sometimes I don't think he even understand what he's accomplished in his business. I was having this conversation with my wife and my son early this afternoon. They said, you really love Mr. Dalco, don't you? Just talk. I said, guys, I've been doing this for 37 years. We've been doing this for 37 years. 37 years. I said, 100+ thousand people in the world of Carabosse right now. I said, okay, name me one that's in the ballpark. In our 37 years, just go ahead, name some. Anybody in our 37 years of doing this business, I said this is real talk now. I'm talking to my wife and my son who's been around 35 years. He's been in this for 35 years since he was born. He's known every leader. He's known everybody we've taken to Hawaii, brought them back. He's known them personally, watched the kids grow up. He's seen the kids grow up, get married, go do other things, do networking. My son got 35 years of network marketing experience. I said, name one. I didn't say one that's equal to what he's accomplished. I said one that's even in the ballpark. Just one. Crickets, real quiet. I said, no. I said, take your time. I said, see, I'm in the game. Okay? I'm in the game. It's a merit-based system. I said, have we in 37 years found anybody that's out-sponsored us in anything we've done? Answer is no. Have anybody out downline ever out-earned us in any program we've ever done? The answer is no. Okay? Has anybody outworked us ever in 37 years? And the answer is flat out no. Okay? I can say to you straight honestly that Mr. Delco, I don't know if he's outworked me, but if he's worked, I got my tongue hanging out. And every time I call him, he's available. Okay, I was ready to take a nap this afternoon, and the phone rang. I said, "Who's that calling?" I'm gonna take my nap. I look over there. It's Mr. Dalco. I answered the phone. He said, "Hey man, can you jump on a Zoom?" Man, I'm like, "Yeah, man, no problem." I was dead tired. Anyway, I jumped on the Zoom. He's here right now. He's one of the hardest working people in this business, and to still work that hard. Man, I got guys who got the $5 grand a month, you can't find them. 10 grand a month, you can't find them. 15 grand a month, you can't find them. They ready to chill out. Yeah, I talk about him because he and Monisha are exceptional. And a lot of you are exceptional too. Just give yourself time. I'm not trying to spirit. I'm not trying to say he's so much better than everybody else. I'm talking about performance now. He got his Rolex watch before I got mine. I was like, dog, okay, this dude is cranking. And see, that's true. I ain't got no ego involved. Look. In fact, I'm excited for him. Okay, we're on a race to the Mercedes. He's way ahead of me. I ain't mad. If you understand the business, you don't get mad. You understand the matrimonies, you get excited. You want to find some Delcos on your team. And when you can't find them, you got to develop them. And you develop them by encouraging them to read, to listen, to plug in. God bless, Mr. Berger. I said enough. Let's open the queue for about 5 or 10 minutes, man. I'm done here. I hope you got something out of it. Build depth, build relationships in depth, and love everyone. Wait on no one. Mr. Berger, please open that queue up.
All right, and to get into the queue this evening, raise your hand. You'll see the option at the bottom of your Zoom platform where it gives you the option to raise hand. Click on that. And if you're dialing in, press *9.
Thank you all the folks who joined us on Facebook. I'm not trying to neglect you guys. See you, Miss Lisa Daniels, how you doing? Kevin Miller, how you doing? Sir Mary Johnson, how you doing? Sandra, how you doing? Good evening, all those folks who joined us. Mr. Jeffrey Thomas, good evening to you. Abdul, good evening. Brother Eric Teray Muhammad, good evening. Assalamu alaikum to everybody in the world of Carabas. First call,
Okay.
would you like to add anything, please?
Yes, the first leader of tonight in the queue is Eric Teray Muhammad. You are live.
Good evening, my brother. Ready for the revolution? You might be muted.
It's necessary. How we doing, Mr. Best?
It's necessary. I'm ready.
Oh, absolutely. I want to thank you for the honor of being a part of this call, man. This information is amazing. And Mr. Dalco, on his marathon day of training and being there for us, he answered all my calls. Each time I called him today, he was on the line, you know. And family, this is what we have. This is the power in what we have. Don't take this lightly because, you know, look, closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't go there and talk to people, if you don't share with people this opportunity, then it's your loss unless you really don't want it. So the last thing I just want to say is thank you again, Mr. Best, for all the wisdom that you're dropping. We have to dream, we have to wish, and we have to do it. Let's go.
Hey, thank you, Brother Teray Muhammad. And look, also, we got to say, Mr. Tanisha Glassford, you're talking about a hardworking person. Tanisha Glassford is everywhere all the time. Every call, every training, every launch party, every panel, every time I cut the doggone gold rocks on, Tanisha's sitting right there. Man, and Tanisha, I'm just telling you, man, that 500 people you got sponsored with, when this thing, get some depth in every leg you can, because when this momentum kick, you will blink and have 100,000 people in your organization. They be calling you Queen Tanisha Glassford. That's what we're saying, man. It's crazy what you got going on. Next call, I'm sorry.
No problem, Mr. Bass. The next caller leader is 643. Oh my, I can't see the number. 643. I think it's 552. You are live. You have to unmute yourself.
Yep, you are muted.
643.
552.
552. I got it. 643 552. You're live.
456. You're live. Okay, that person.
Okay.
Calling queue.
Next leader, Jan Rappaport. I hope I said that right. You are now live.
Hey, Jan.
Hey, I'm wondering, how can I get your book?
Oh, just call me. We'll get the number to you. Just call me or Facebook me and send me a message, and we'll make arrangements to get it sent out to you.
Okay, I Facebooked your book
Okay.
tonight.
Excuse me?
I Facebooked you tonight.
Okay. All right. I'll look you up. Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
All right. We'll do. Make a note. I don't forget. We'll do. Thank you, Jan.
All right, next leader, Sonia
Hello,
Anthony.
Dr. Rhonda Hollis to you as well. Dr. Rhonda Hollis, thank you for being on the call.
Sonia Anthony, you're live.
Hey, Sonia Anthony.
Hello, Mr. Best. Thank you so much for this freedom call. I absolutely love this call, sir. I never know what all you're going to tell us, but you enlarge our dreams. I do know that. Thank you, sir. Looking so much forward to our family and how everybody's growing. This time next year, oh my God. Can't even imagine.
That's it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
sir.
I'm
Thank
telling
you so
thank
much.
you very much. I mean it.
All right, next leader. 601896. You're live.
Good evening, Mr. Bass, Glenn Perkins out of Jackson, Mississippi. I am enjoying the call, phenomenal call, and it's nothing like freedom, Mr. Bass. Thank you for the call and thank you for the information. Have a great night. Oh.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Perkins. I knew that 601 was Mississippi.
Okay, next leader. Uh-oh, where'd it go? I'm sorry, Mr. Beth, I lost them. Was that 601896 that we just did? Okay. And Lithcom, you are live.
Good evening, Ann. You're muted. Okay, next call in queue.
Okay, next. Let's see, we have ID.
Thank you,
Or-
Dr. Hollins.
IDIN 12, I think it is. You're live.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin Thompson, Team Freedom in the house.
Hold on, y'all. Mr. Best.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to God for you and this great blessing.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
I started in October. So I have a 21-year-old daughter who's about to graduate from Tuskegee Institute who is on the phone listening and is about to buy a package. I'm getting her a package within this week. She's already recruiting.
Okay.
I need 10 of your books because I'm a mentor. And so I've been staying plugged in and I've been following the program. I talk to everybody. I don't mean no strings. I make dogs talk. So I thank you for what you've been giving me, and I want the books, and so I can get it out to people as well as read it myself. And I set a goal that I wrote this week. My goal is to be a goal director 3 before the end of 2020.
Let's do it. Let's
All right.
do it. Okay. We'll get your information, Mr. Burke. If you can remember his number, so I give him a call and we'll get some books out to you, sir.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Get it done. Okay.
All right.
And I love these young folks who catch this thing. I love when young folks catch. When I say young, I mean anybody under 40. I'm 65 now. So if you're under 40, to me, you're young. Okay. If you're under 30, you're like a baby. Okay. So anyway.
All right, Mr. Best, next number is 706206. You're live.
Greetings, Mr. Bass.
Good evening.
Greetings, X-ray set horizons in the evening time. You are magnificent and brilliant because of your patience. All of the people of the scriptures failed the school of patience, except for Ms. Chaz did that. Passed the school of patience, and you and your wife have given me another heart that may give me 2 hearts, and I am grateful for that and grateful for you, and I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. You have given us strength, and I can't do without y'all. Have a great golden day.
Thank you.
Have a good golden day.
Love you too. Let's get a couple more if we can. Where we are, Mr. Berger, and then we'll.
Let's see. We have. That was it, Mr. Best.
Well, thank you. Fantastic. We're looking good. Mr. Dalco, you want to add anything? Or Mr. Nisha Glasser or Mr. Berger?
Outstanding call tonight, sir.
You're breaking up a little bit, Mr. Dalco. Break it up.
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm breaking it up. No worries.
We can hear you now, Mr. Dalco. We can hear you now, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just excited to be on. Thankful to have this amazing team working with us. So back to you guys. Great call.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Berger, look for a hand raising the queue at 746-7604. 757-746-7604. Can you bring that number in?
And if you could press *9, whoever that is on that phone, press *9 and we can bring you in. Or if you're on the platform, raise your hand.
I don't know if they're on the platform.
What's the name, Mr. Best? Maybe
That's Valerie.
Oh, okay.
757-746-7604.
I think I got her. I'm not sure if this is the right Valerie or not, though.
Okay. Valerie, is that you? Unmute. Valerie. Valerie Best. Hello.
Okay, I don't think that's her.
That's not her.
I don't see a 7. You said 746?
No, 757, area code 746-7604.
I don't see that, Mr. Best.
Oh, okay. That was her sale. I think she was on her sale. I can't see it either. Yep. Okay. I know she wanted to say something. She's trying to find how to get in here. Okay. I don't know what to tell you, Valerie Best. If you can hear us, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Everybody saying hello. I can't tell you anything from here. I'm live. Okay. And that's it. That's all I can tell you, folks. Well, if you don't see that number in there, it's not showing up. Okay. We love you, Miss Best. We love you, Miss Best. We love you, Miss Best. She can talk to us tomorrow morning. Okay. My phone. Okay. Nope. ID number. Nope. Okay. Don't worry about it, folks. As of now, that's it. I don't have anything else I want to add. I want to say I thank you all for being on this call. Get excited for all the things we have planned. Plug in and plug everybody into what we're doing. Again, thank you, Mr. Berger, for all that you do. And what can I say? Everybody have a wonderful evening. Don't anybody steal your dream. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Good
Thank
evening.
you, Mr. Bell.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the live stream. Thank you, Dr. Hollins. Thank you, Kevin Thompson. Everybody for joining us. Have a good evening. We out, Mr. Berger. Any music, man?
Mr. Dalco, can you stop the live stream, please?